With emergencies, you have two things you want to keep in mind that you want to do. You want to save lives, and you want to protect property. It doesn't matter whether you're a fire chief or you're a CEO. You know offhand that is what you have to do.
It's not so much about anticipating events and say, oh, let's go for a zero-risk society, because it is not possible. You have to organize your emergency response in such a way that it is flexible, scalable, and it can react to anything that happens outside.
If you're an EMT, if you're a paramedic, a police officer, a firefighter, regardless what patch you wear over here, if you don't train and you don't continuously have that ongoing knowledge, when the real situation happens, you're just not going to be well prepared.
If you haven't seen something before, you get scared and you don't have any process to fall back on.
You know, this whole issue about suspending disbelief, getting the individual to believe that he is in that environment so his responses are the same as it would be in the real world. And that's what Adms is all about.
Now, the good thing about training in a simulator like Adms is that it's actually a social, safe environment. You can practice till you get it perfect.
We can run hundreds of calls, but it's that one call that you might think after the call, say, wow, I could have done this, I could have done that. And that's what Adms allows you to do, is collect, think, and say, let's just go back and do it again.
You can make the mistakes and learn from them, and no lives are endangered. So we grow from what we're doing here.
Life training has a lot of constraints. First of all, you have the cost, you have the people, but also environmental constraints. Adms training costs less than 10% of life training. You can do 10 times as much as you would be able to do with your life training budget.
If you take a look at any of the scenarios, it's almost like it's live action. You get totally immersed in everything. Your heart starts beating faster, your pulse rate goes up.
It's completely essential to have detail in every aspect. We could not do it without it.
We train thousands of people from the police academy, from the fire academy, from the medical response academy, and Adms training really helped those people to become better on the street.
Adms is the training tool of the future. If you can dream the environment, Adms can make that environment real.